What's up guys, West Tech Gamer here, to unboxing the Eminem Curtain Calls, the hits, vinyl record. Without further ado, go ahead and get started. I got a request from the comment section to do a review video of an Eminem vinyl record. Someone said, why do you never review Eminem vinyl records? So here I am today reviewing an Eminem vinyl record. So that's why I'm doing this right here. So always leave me recommendations, guys, because maybe you don't want to see another Tupac vinyl record or a Dr. Dre one or a Snoop Dogg one. We've done so many of them, right? It's okay to say to me, look, let's do a 50 Cent one. Let's do the Eminem one, for example. Or let's just do another one, you know what I mean, Ice Cube, whatever. Just let me know in the comment section down below. That's what I say at the end of every video. Let me know what you want for me to review next in the comment section down below. I always ask you guys, so that's why if you see me reviewing certain things that you don't want me to review yet, I will only review them because I don't know what to review next. But that's pretty much it. And let's review this as someone requested it. So we got this vinyl record right here, definitely a classic vinyl record for Eminem, you know what I mean? So this is what the artwork cover looks like on the front, you know what I mean? Eminem, Curtain Calls, the hits, you can see that. Looks really nice, the art cover as well. As you see, I did protect it with this gatefolding sleeve. Always do it with all my gatefolding covers. So that means they're all protected when I take them out, you know. And it also avoids ring marks, right? Because obviously there's another layer on top of this, so it kind of avoids those ring marks. You know, so that's kind of something to consider right over there. And over here we've got Eminem Curtain Calls, the hits over there, and on the back the artwork cover kind of continues on. So over here we've got this track list over here. Okay, we've got some songs, familiar songs over here. We've got My Name Is, we've got Lose Yourself, we've got Shake That. Okay, was that Me? We've got The Real Slim Shady, Mockingbird, Guilty Conscience, he's Dr. Dre. That's pretty a good song, you know what I mean? And that's pretty much it. There's a lot of good songs in this vinyl record right over here. So that's it. So let's take a look at the inside. So it is a gatefolding status right over there. I like the gatefolding records a lot. Okay, you guys, if you watch my channel, you know the gatefolding records is something I like. I appreciate all the artwork on the inside. I like the look of it. And I like to have all this in front of me. And so that's what the artwork looks like on the inside. You can see it right over there. Kind of carries on. And over here, the artwork kind of carries on. That is it. So this is pretty much telling you what is on your vinyl record track list from A, B, C, and D. Right over there. You probably can't see it, but that's probably what it all looks like pretty much. So the records look like this on the inside, right? So it has the E for Eminem. So it looks pretty sick when it's spinning on the record over there. And you can see what's inside number A, right over there. I don't think it says the track list. I don't think it even says it, does it? Let me just check. No, I don't think it says the track list. Okay, that's quite weird. Okay, this is one thing I don't like about vinyl records, some vinyl records. I don't like it when you don't put the track list on the vinyl record, right? I would appreciate it if you did, because obviously when you're like trying to change the track, you like to look in the label and see what side the tracks are on. So I don't like it when they don't do that, because it makes it kind of confusing and you have to keep looking at this, which I don't mind. I don't mind that, but it's just more of an effort. I just feel like if you're going to put a label on it, at least just put the track list on it. Look how much space got wasted because of the E right over there. And that means the track list couldn't be put on it right over there. So, you know, I kind of wish you would have done that. That's one thing I'm not feeling right over there. Same as C and D, they didn't put the track list on it. So that's one thing I'm not feeling. I do not like it when they do it with vinyl records, you know. Me personally, I know you can look at it over here, but I like the option of it having it on the label as well. So when I'm looking at the record, when I'm changing it, I can put the needle there and know where to put it. But that's pretty much it. But let's see how I feel about this, right? Now, I definitely like quite a few songs in this vinyl record, right? Definitely a lot. It's not something I play on a daily basis, but there's quite a few songs in there that I like. I like Guilty Conscience with Dr. Dre. Okay, I like how he kind of goes back and forth with Dr. Dre in that song. It's kind of like they're talking to each other, but they kind of made it into a song, and that's what I like about that song, you know what I mean? It's quite different in that aspect, you know? And I like The Real Slim Shady, you know what I mean? A well-known song, and My Name Is another well-known song. We've got Lose Yourself. So those are like the songs that I quite go towards more when I'm playing this vinyl record. And I like Shake That with Nate Dogg. And you know what I always say, it's not a hit till Nate Dogg sings the hook. He has such a unique voice, Nate Dogg does, and no one can ever have that voice he had. I don't know how to explain it, but he had such a different voice, and people who listen to him know and understand what I'm talking about. His voice cannot be emulated or anything like that. You know what I mean? You probably have to do like some auto-tune stuff to try and get the same pitch and everything like that. You know what I mean? I don't know, it looks like when you look at him when he sings it, it looks like it's just coming in naturally for him, you know what I mean? And it just shows he was just naturally talented, Nate Dogg. But you know what I mean, we all know that Nate Dogg's no longer here anymore, but you know, he definitely put so many hits down on the track just by singing hooks and things like that. You know what I mean? So that is pretty much it. But this is definitely a classic vinyl record. You know what I mean? There's a lot of classic tracks in here. I said I don't play this on the regular, but I probably will go back to it and play it. But Eminem is definitely a good, you know, artist, you know what I mean? So he's very different the way he rhymes in his tracks, you know what I mean? His vocabulary kind of expands, you know what I mean? He's kind of like a dictionary pretty much, and you can kind of like when he wants to rhyme some words, he kind of goes to that page in his head like a dictionary and just rhymes it. You know what I mean? He can rhyme like a lot of words together that a lot of people couldn't, pretty much. And he has changed, like he changes every time of his albums, you know what I mean? Like if you compare today's Eminem compared to then, it's completely different, you know what I mean? Because obviously people evolve, people change and things like that. And that is pretty much it. Also another thing, right? I know a lot of people like say like artists should just stay the same, they shouldn't change. And they're like, oh, I like the old Eminem, for example, I like the old Snoop Dogg. But they're all going to change. Because the reason why they change, the people change, you know what I mean? We change. We like to listen to different things and things like that. You know what I mean? Me personally, like I like all the old school stuff, but I know a lot of newer people, like a younger generation, they want to listen to a different sound. So they need to keep that in mind. They can't keep putting the same hits that we enjoyed from back then because they know the kids, right? They're not going to really enjoy it as much. You know what I mean? I'm not saying they won't find these songs classic, but I'm just saying the new generation is moving. Unfortunately, it's moving into a different direction, you know what I mean? And maybe it is kind of going backwards from some ways, like, you know what I mean? No one kind of really pushed it like Tupac did, for example, with his political side and things like that. When he rhymed and his passion, but no one can emulate him. So you can't really blame the newer generation for that because there never ever will be a new Tupac, for example, or another Snoop Dogg or anything like that. There won't be anyone like that. So you got to understand, like these new artists, right? They have to evolve with the time as well, no matter how much. They can't be like, you know what I mean, stuck in the old days in the 90s and still trying to rhyme the same raps. They have to evolve. And eventually we'll get tired of listening to the same, you know what I mean, too. So it's always good for artists to evolve, I feel like, and do different things. But I'm not saying today's music is better than like the 90s. You know what I mean, the 90s was the golden era for me for hip hop. But I'm just saying it will change, and then that's the way things are now. Things change by trends and everything like that, and these artists have to change with those trends. But this is me kind of going on a sidetrack right here. I'll just, you know what I mean, going from the top of my head, right, of something a subject I want to talk about of today's hip hop. Right, but it's something I always see in the comment sections, and that's why I kind of want to address it pretty much. It's definitely a classic hip hop album, and it's definitely something a lot of you hip hop fans should have and should check out pretty much if you've never really listened to it. Or just to go back to pretty much, you know what I mean? You know, so I don't listen to too much Eminem, but I know this track, I've listened to quite a lot of tracks and everything like that. And it is definitely a good record to go and listen to. And I definitely like Guilty Conscience with Dr. Dre on it. And I like other songs in there as well, pretty much. But that's pretty much the review video of the Eminem Curtain Calls, the Hits vinyl record. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. And let me know what you want me to review next in the comment section as well, as I will review them next on the channel. Otherwise, I'll just review another vinyl record that I feel like reviewing pretty much. But let me know what you think, because I've got all the hip hop vinyl records. Got Ice Cube, NWA, got more Tupac ones to review. If you didn't think I had more Tupac ones, I do. Got more Biggie Smalls ones. You know, I'm just looking at it from the side of the camera, my collection, right? Got more Snoop Dogg ones. So let me know what you want me to review next in the comment section, and I'll review it next for you guys. That's pretty much it for the video. Leave a like if you liked the video, and subscribe to the channel if you're new.